Indeed, a special edition. Doug Holtz-Eakin, former CBO director, generally smart, cool guy, here in Chicago with me. Doug, let's get right into it. We had a pretty good durable goods number, even though it's preliminary.
Really good durable number.
And, you know, the seed corn in terms of durable good orders, non-defense aircraft really look good. And tomorrow we have our first look at first quarter GDP. Yep. Many thought based on history, it would be weak, but it's coming in a lot better.
I think mid-twos, right? I think we're going to be in good shape. Probably pick up in the second quarter from there. And I've been confused by the pessimism on the economy. I mean, there are some weak sectors, housing. Agreed.
But there's a lot of stuff out there. Yes.
And it's strong, and I think we're going to have a good year.
I think the lesson of housing is that after the credit crisis hit, even though it's improved, you look at new home sales, they're still basically half of what they were at their highs in 05. And it isn't only interest rates. Otherwise, you know, in 2012 and 2016, we had a 135.10.
Well, we don't want everyone buying a house. We made a policy mistake where we tried to get everybody into a house. We paid for it. Let it come back naturally. It'll be fine.
You know, policy mistakes. I find that an interesting topic. Listen, we're getting into silly season. I hate talking about politics, but I love talking about markets and the economy. Sometimes they intersect in a big way.
Yeah.
Do you see some of the issues? Let's just pull one out. Elizabeth Warren talking about forgiveness of student loans. All I can think of is the big issue is more government or less government. They took over student loans. What did they promise? How did it turn out?
They promised they would make money on it, would pay for the Affordable Care Act. It's been a disaster.
It has
the same quality of underwriting as the mortgages did. I mean, this is the fundamental problem. The forgiveness does two really bad things. Number one, it sets up the notion that we're going to forgive a lot of government loans, and the government's loaning money everywhere. And number two, you're going to have to pay for it, and that's a lot of taxes.
Just out of curiosity, where does the money they loan come from?
That would be the U.S. taxpayer.
Okay, just want to make sure. Because I really was thinking free that there's some, like, entity that isn't organic where the money just keeps coming out of, but that's not true.
We haven't found that. We need it.
All right, now let's get back to another topic. On trade. Global trade. Everybody thought that it would be much worse with respect to how it might impact, for example, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, or the economy at large. Is this a counterfactual? Is the economy, our stocks, is there more strength there that's been able to overcome the weakness that's there and we just can't see it? What's your thought?
Well, you know, the rest of the globe has been slowing down, and the U.S. has been pulling it along. And so I think that's a real tribute to the strength of the economy at the moment. It's one of the reasons I'm optimistic about 2019, and that'll bring trade along with it. It could have been a lot worse. It's not.
Now, we only have a little time left.
Okay.
Ultimately, do you think a trade agreement will give a lot more horsepower to the economies of the globe over time? I know it won't be instantaneous. Your final thought.
A trade agreement with Canada and Mexico, really important because the things in there, digital goods, for example, are the future. And we got to set the rules for the future.